Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 21st of October 2022. So US stocks all stocks really ended lower following a choppy session as yields continue to move to the upside. Stocks hit after mixed earnings and rising yields as well. There was a lot of Fed members out yesterday, which we saw from the Forex Factory news, and this weighed on the market, along of course with Liz Truss resigning. I should imagine had just a tiny slither of a bit of an impact on the markets as well. Maybe that will be seen today, a bit of a follow through on that one. News for today, well, not a lot really, just retail sales for the UK at 7 a.m. Nothing really. We've got a Fed member speaking later. We've actually got public sector net borrowing out. That looks at 15 billion from the previous of 11 billion. That wouldn't surprise me. But really, there's no major news there. We've got another federal budget balance that's been rolled over. But the market will make its decision based on, I should imagine, politics today and what happens to the pound in particular. Gold-silver ratio sideways to higher. So let's have a look at the markets. Kick off with the Dow, see what happened during yesterday. So we managed to move to the upside, which you can see there. We've got an 89% retracement, and that became, and the 50 EMA becoming a resistance to the market. We're also overbought, and now we're trading below the 5-bar moving average. But are we trading below yesterday's low? We're trading at the low at the moment, and the market's doing its damnedest to try and bounce off this area at the moment. We've been below it overnight, and the market's managed to stage a bit of a rally, nothing of any significance, but traded up to the 200 MA there, which is resistance. And also, if we go from here down to here, you'll see that we traded up to 78% as well, 62.78 area, where the market has moved lower. But at the moment, it's desperate to come off the low and the close of yesterday. If we break this, then we continue lower, which is why it's important, if that is the case, just to draw in a few fibs off here as well, so that you've got some downside targets. And again, notice that the 50% retracement ties in with the 20-bar moving average there. In the German DAX, again, we can see that the market had traded up to 62% on Wednesday. Thursday, the market got nowhere near the high from Wednesday, back below the 50 EMA and the 5-bar moving average there, and also we're trading below the low at the moment. 38% is the first target, then you've got the 50, 62 ties in with the 20-bar moving average there should prices continue to move lower. In the 30-minute charts, you can see, like the Dow, all stock markets are on the lows overnight and just desperate to hold, which you can see there. So doing its damnedest to try and get off those lows. Very important level there. In the 5-minute chart for yesterday, choppy session, as they said in the headlines. The market down initially, then a bounce, and then the cash market opened, it went down, then it bounced, then it went down, and then just stayed sideways until it eventually broke out to the upside. And then in the afternoon, the Dow dragging the market to the upside there as well. Big move to the upside. Trades for the week, let's have a quick look. So from Monday to Thursday so far, 669.63, profit factor of 3.51, 62 win-loss ratio to 38 obviously. It's been a good week after the initial Monday, Tuesday, where I ended up lower, and then Wednesday, Thursday, adding a bit of a dog's breakfast yesterday afternoon. But the market was slightly choppy, then it found its footing and moved to the upside. So it's been a good week so far as profits are concerned. It's consistent, that's what it's been like now for a long time. And we have a look at the balance on the account, 43,963, then less, or of course, the losses. But it's a good result from the 19th of January of this year. Okay, let's move on. Have a look at the S&P. In the S&P, we've also got some resistance here. Let me just draw this one in on the upside. You can see we're back to 89%. We've got supply. We've moved lower off this during Wednesday. Thursday, we went up to the 78% retracement and then move lower as well. At the moment, again, we're trying to hold at yesterday's low. We are below the 5-bar moving average, which is indicated by the red price bar there, and we're sitting at the 38 level there as well at the moment. In the 30-minute chart, again, we're sitting at the low, which you can see doing its best to try and bounce off this level. We may get an initial bounce. It just depends how far it goes before then the market comes back and has another look. It tends not to go through and stay through on the first attempt on the downside. On the upside, different, because they want to keep moving prices to the upside. In the FTSE 100, again, 78, 89 level, back below the 20, and we're trading below the 5 at the moment. Got the downside targets there. Now, ETX, there's something wrong with the data. We've got just 2 dots for the last hour. Something's wrong there. But in IG, which I trade off as well, that's working fine. So I don't know what's happened there. But again, the low is under attack with the FTSE 100 at the moment. Hopefully they'll get this sorted soon, and we'll be up and running, having the charts looking like they should. But at the moment, the FTSE is down at yesterday's low on the overnight, despite the fact that ETX seemed to have a bit of a technical issue there. Meanwhile, in the currencies, the pound, I suspect, is going to come under pressure following Liz's departure, but then it could be seen as a positive as well, because at last she's out of the way. We'll have to wait and see how the market interprets it, but the GBP JPY is still holding at the moment in a sideways range. We had a move up yesterday of 150 points, but overnight just sideways. The low is a bit of a distance off there. It's 100 points to the downside there. The pound looks slightly different. We've got a few more red bars there, a bit more weakness from here up to here. You can see we've got some downside targets there. 62 ties in with the 20-bar moving average at the moment. Dollar a bit stronger on the overnight market as well. And in the 30-minute, again, you can see we're just above yesterday's low. So again, it's an important level that the market's got to maintain. That's an 89% retracement, isn't it, from there back down to there at the moment. So let's just have a quick look. So we could get a bit of a bounce, bang on 89. You get used to seeing these, and we're sort of in the over. Actually, what's interesting here is that the momentum hasn't quite bottomed out yet either. So it's doing its best to try and move to the upside there. Watch the 20, the 50, the close, and the DP if the pound does manage to move to the upside there. This is the market's reaction to Liz going yesterday. Was shot up and then thought, okay, it gets an even bigger mess now, because who knows, they could even bring back Johnson. You just never know, do you? But like I say, this is not a political forum, it's a trading one, so we'll just have to wait and see what goes on there. And finally, in the metals, silver moving to the upside yesterday, stuck in a sideways range at the moment, doing far better than gold actually, which we'll see in just a moment. Moving up yesterday, apart from the 1 p.m. LBMA fix, trading up to the R2 through the high of Wednesday, but not holding, back down to the DP, and then overnight to the market sitting at the 1850 level there. Meanwhile, gold is looking a bit poorly and a bit sick. 1614, so 1600 level is going to be tested for the gold market. And if we look at the 30-minute chart, you will see this from yesterday. After Liz's resignation, we had a bit of a spike to the upside, and then down she went, but trying to hold, as the stock markets are at the moment, above yesterday's low, and also the pound as well. And dollar moving to the upside on the overnight. It needs to break through that 62% retracement if it is to move higher, And there at the moment you can see, just as we've got the low offering support in all of the other markets, the dollar is currently finding some resistance at the high. And this is why I have these two levels on the chart, previous day's high and low. They are well worth having, and they are great areas to trade off as well. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens during today's circus, and how the market interprets it and reacts to it. And with that, have a great weekend, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.